Welcome to our weekly discussion of all things current in California politics. I'm Walt Gray, joined this week again by Rich Ehisen, editor-in-chief of Capital Weekly publication. Rich, welcome back. So Governor Newsom, a call for a constitutional convention. Normally he has the full support of all Democrats. This is regarding what a gun law, and some Democrats, particularly Scott Wiener, pushing back.
Yeah, I mean, I think most of us who have observed this over the years know there's almost no chance whatsoever of him getting a special, a constitutional convention, when it comes to regulating guns. But I think there's a great fear among a lot of Democrats, both here and around the country in blue states, that an actual convention, constitutional convention, could result in a lot of things that they really don't want. And so certainly I think Wiener's made very clear he's actually introducing legislation to oppose that. The governor's office is plotting on some ways, I think, to maybe resist that. We'll see what happens. I'm obviously very skeptical we'll see an actual constitutional convention on this issue anyway.
Another state matter, apparently, is the state of California. We've talked about them losing population to Tennessee, Texas, Florida, but apparently California has gained population. Yeah,
we're almost back to where we were pre-pandemic, which is, for those of us out there on the highways over this holiday season, we're like, maybe less people would be great. But no, it looks like, from what I understand too, from the census data, we're getting a lot of international folks coming here again. We're getting, migration in from other countries. That's a big part of it. That narrative around California and people leaving, that's never going to change. And there are always going to be people that do that. But it does appear that we're still not growing as fast as Texas, Florida, some of those other states. But we are regaining some of our population that where we were pre-pandemic.
So in terms of the most recent election, as we've talked about, Donald Trump got 40% of the vote in California, which was way up over what he had done the previous time. Is Governor Newsom sensing California adding red or becoming purple? He's reaching out to rural areas now.
He certainly is, and I think it is something we'll continue to see over the next 2 years because, look, we all know he's going to run for president, or at least at this moment in time. And, after the results of this election, it's very obvious if he wants to reach a certain constituency, he's going to have to move a little bit more, at least to the center. And so I'm not surprised in the slightest that he is reaching out a little bit to that side of the aisle, because he's going to face a lot of stiff competition to try to get the Democratic nomination in 2028. So it's politics, maybe it's common sense. Those who've known Gavin a long time would tell you he's not always been quite to the left as he's governed. So maybe he's just sliding back that way for natural reasons. But I think, as with all things, it's probably political.
Well, if he's, as you say, going to run for president, he's going to have to be more in the middle to get independent voters, right?
Yes, and I mean, I know his office would say he's not made any decisions on that.
I know.
Yes, he has. I'm
okay.
sorry.
Well, we heard it here first.
Yes,
all right, Rich Ehisen. Rich, thank you. Have a good rest of your weekend.
Absolutely.
If you'd like to reach out to Rich Ehisen, you can do so. Rich.Eisen at capitalweekly.net.